Seal coats on roadways cost the Texas Department of Transportation over $250 million annually. Researchers with the Texas A&M Transportation Institute worked with TxDOT to develop guidelines for selecting projects with multiple seal coat layers for better performing pavement sections and to improve costs over the life cycle of the coats.
So seal coats are preventive maintenance treatment that TxDOT tends to use about every 7 years on roads that are structurally sound. And so over time, on roads that are good, as you maintain them, you continue to add layers of seal coat. And we've seen some problems with shoving in intersections mainly. That's where you start to see it first. In curves, you'll see some shoving. And the question becomes, when does these multiple layers of seal coat become unstable? And how many layers can you have?
Yeah, so the key finding in this project is that we think that there is a maximum number of seal coats. It's not a magic number of 3 or 4. There's a lot of factors that play into this based on traffic loading. And so what we determined was we were trying to find some testing that could help us determine when we're reaching that threshold. The contributing factor in this research was to help us identify what testing was available to narrow down that max number.
We did a visual inspection of the roadway. We did a video. We collected texture measurements. That's what we did in the field. And in the lab, we actually made samples with multiple layers of seal coat with different materials, and then we tested those with different tests to look for stability.
The next step in this project is implementation. It would be using the tools developed in the research as a tool in a toolbox to determine when we're reaching that max level of accumulation of seal coats and what the next step should be, whether that is doing a seal coat, a rehab, or an overlay.
A lot of what we do when we build a seal coat, right, we're building a road in the weather. We're not manufacturing it, and so we don't have as tight of controls. So when you have to build something in the weather and under traffic in the roadway, there's always a risk of having a lot of things influence the quality of the construction. That's why we want to look at the best practices on ways to mitigate or minimize these problems.
For more information and to find the publication for this project, please visit the TxDOT Research Library at the link shown below.